So, right, this is just a random fucking video with my, well, that I should be doing exam revision lab reports right now, but I'm just not, because I just love procrastinating. So, this is just something just completely Barney thing because I was watching the Gaming Brits Ratchet and Clank, review of Ratchet and Clank 3 and the Ratchet and Clank comparison, original versus absolute shit 2016 remake. I fucking agree with everything he says in that video. Like seriously, I agree with every single word he utters in that video. In fact, I might go a bit further about the whole creative bankruptcy stuff of Insomniac. Yeah. Anyway, what I sort of wanted to mention is the fact that I swear, man, like in quarantine in 2020, my dad and I were doing this thing where we were watching all the James Bond films, which included Moonraker. Now, around that time, I also managed to beat Ratchet and Clank 1 for the first time. Yes, I know. I've had that game since I was like 7, and I wasn't be able to beat it until I was 19, but that's just the way things go. Um, Honestly, if you've ever played Ratchet and Clank 1, you'll know what I mean when I say fuck Blackwater City. Fuck Blackwater City. Also, I got the fucking most cheesiest strategy to beat Drake. So what I did was, for the first thing, obviously with Clank, you're the big robot. You punch Drake a bit. Then, for the second stage, the only real viable weapons on those crumbling platforms are the Devastator and the Blaster. So what I did, well, obviously just use them. Then when you get to the big platform with the activated switch thing, um, I had the most fucking cheesy strategy. So I just wait until no, sorry, I'd hit the switch, then I just go on the grind rails, and with the blaster and devastator shoot Drek from there, and rinse and repeat. Basically, when I ran out of blaster or devastator ammo, just use a Gadgetron PDA to get more. That completely ransacked my bolts, but it worked at the end of the day. And you're gonna say, "Oh, what about the Tesla Core? What about the Rhino?" Well, if I was using that strategy, how am I gonna have bolts for the Tesla Core or for the Rhino? So, well, Tesla Core, whatever you want to call it. The point is the big thing that used Tesla that was very, very effective against Drake. I didn't have that because I didn't have the bolts for it. So, yeah, that ended up being my strategy to beat Drake, and hey, it worked. Anyway, the reason why I bring up Moonraker is because what is the main enemy in that film? Now, Jaws isn't no Jaws. Well, yes, but Jaws ends up being a good guy because he likes that woman. But consider this, right? Drax, Hugo Drax, the main villain of Ratchet and Clank. Sorry, not Ratchet. Well, the main villain of Moonraker. He's like, this businessman guy who wants to build a new world for himself. Profit off of it. All that stuff. And I'm surprised. I'm surprised no one has seen the parallels between that and Ratchet and Clank, like for real. Also, the not just the fact, right? Chairman Drake and Drax. You got to admit those names do sound similar. Then on top of that, also the fact that, well, look at their character designs. Hugo Drax looks very, very, very similar to Chairman Drake. So yeah, and again, the motivation is similar. Build a new world and just profit from that. Yeah. Also, well, minor detail because of course I know it's like a sci-fi adventure, but yeah, it's a space station. But I think that's just par for the course for sci-fi villains, isn't it? Yeah. So. Also, when you think about it, right, what's the reason for Drake having his new world? Because he polluted his old one. And what was the end game of Drax? It was to pollute the old world, wasn't it? So yeah. Um, Anyway, that's just a quick random video. My inorganic chemistry exam is on Monday, so I hope that goes well, and I'd best get back to my lab reports. Anyway, thank you very much, and I hope you're all right.